I'm here specifically supporting the new law that would allow concealed carry on campus for people that are already licensed in the state of Georgia to carry a handgun.
Too damn easy to kill a person.
Guns are the ultimate equalizer. I mean, obviously, if I were to try to attack you with my bare hands, I'm assuming I would have the upper hand there. I'm larger than you, arguably heavier than you.
Yeah, but I'm also wiggly.
Better. You are wiggly. However, if you're armed with a gun and I'm armed with a gun, we have the exact same fair chance. Guns, at least in my opinion, offer an equal chance regardless of, whatever you're born with. Criminals are going to find a way to obtain guns regardless of whether I can or not. And the fact that it's illegal for me to carry on campus, even though I already have a Georgia weapons license, makes it harder for me to defend myself even if someone else is not following those laws. The police response times aren't perfect, and so that's part of why I choose to carry.
Fair enough.
These days, having a gun is of fair importance, honestly, because there are a lot of people out there who walk on this college campus is very open, and they may have a concealed weapon and it's not registered.
Right.
So then, what do you do?
And that's exactly how I feel. Is that if someone wanted to do harm on campus, they wouldn't go through the registration process.
Rights are innate, and they're basically innate conditions for society, and they don't go away at an imaginary line. And from a practical standpoint, that's not going to affect criminals anyway, because they're, by definition, committing crimes. If students are able to carry outside, get the firearms license and everything, then it's no reason it shouldn't be carried on campus. I was a student at Georgia Perimeter College, and actually my self-defense shooting happened the day I took my last final there. You have a right to life, and you have a right to defend that life, and you can't trust that people will always be there to, have your back. Mm-hmm. In the Virginia Tech massacre, there were maybe, it was like a 9-10 minute response time. I was disarmed. I told them, briefly what happened. I was handcuffed, put in the cop car for about 15 minutes until, they figured out what was going on. After that, I got checked out by the EMTs and taken to the hospital, and then that's where I filled out a police report.
She and I were in front of the firehouse over on 10th Street, about to cross 10th Street. And a guy comes up to us and asks us for money. And when we decline, he starts yelling at us, screaming at us, hollering at us, threatening us, and following us across the street into the parking lot of the Paper Science Institute and towards the 8th Street apartments where we live. He was threatening to beat my mother effing head in. I really thought I might be attacked. I went for my phone to call the police, and just because of the angle that he was looking at me at and the way that I drew my phone from a little holster on my side, it looked to him as if I might be going for a handgun. And at that point he said, "What are you going to do, effing shoot me?" and took off down 10th Street. We wouldn't have walked away from that situation if carry weren't legal in this state. If he hadn't thought there was a reasonable chance that one of his victims might have been able to defend himself. It's not about vigilantism at all. It's not about being the badass in the room. It's not about trying to be your own law enforcement. Carry is about having a last resort. When you think that you or someone you love is about to die or be extremely harmed, it's about having that last resort.
I have never shot anyone. I have never used my gun for intimidation, and I have never fired my gun outside the range. Not everyone is reasonable or rational. And whenever I'm confronted with someone that is irrational and wishes to hurt me or someone I care about, I want to do everything in my power to ensure my own defense. A gun is the ultimate equalizer in force and will allow me to defend myself if I need it.